My name's Sekhon. I live in Warrington, which is a little town in Cheshire in the north of England. And to understand my approach to life and what I want to do and why I want to make the most of every opportunity and help other people to do the same, that is my passion. I really need to share with you my journey and my background. I had a pretty normal childhood. I was pretty shy. I was talking to my sister about this the other day because she just had a baby, and we were talking about sort of him making friends and things, and we both said, oh my god, he has to be more sociable than we were. So I was a shy child growing up, and then when I got to 12 years old, I just started high school a few months before, I was really badly bullied at high school. Emotional bullying, it was physical at times, it was horrible. It wasn't good. And now I know that bullying triggered off an autoimmune disease in me. So when you have an autoimmune condition, doctors often have told me since that an autoimmune condition can be triggered by a distressing event, whether it be physical trauma or emotional trauma. And I'm pretty certain that it was the trauma of bullying that caused my autoimmune disease. And my autoimmune disease completely train wrecked my life, really. I went from being healthy and, besides the bullying, very, very happy, to having to drop out of school, being wheelchair bound, bed bound, in and out of hospital for long stays. I initially went into intensive care, had really high levels of inflammation in my body. I've got a type of vasculitis, which means wherever you've got a blood vessel in your body, it can become inflamed and cause knock-on effects. It took 10 years to diagnose my particular autoimmune disease because it's very rare. 1 in 250,000 people have it. It's a physical illness, but it was caused by the trauma of an emotional event that was the bullying. The physical side of it was bad enough. So I would have a flare-up in a part of my body, and then at the time nobody knew what it was, so we weren't able to treat it. There'd be a flare-up, I'd have these symptoms, the doctors didn't know what it was. A lot of the time they thought I was making it up because they go, this can't fit, how can you be having something happening there in your body and there and there? It just doesn't make sense. I had really bad pain, I would be having like stomach issues, I'd be vomiting, I'd be passing out, and it was horrible. And whenever a flare-up would happen, often it would leave lasting damage. So I've got wires and metal in my back, got other little illnesses which didn't need to happen, because if we'd have treated it at that point, we didn't know how, it wouldn't have escalated into something else. And I was this way for years, for my whole teenage phase. It was awful. I can't, it hurts me to think that anyone had to go through something like that. And I know there are people who still go through things like that, so this is part of the reason I'm sort of doing all this as well. The mental side of it broke me. It broke me. I didn't leave the house alone for years. I didn't even get out the front door by myself for years. I didn't walk to the end of the driveway. I couldn't. I needed someone with me to either push the wheelchair, stand by me so I could steady myself and walk, because I wasn't completely unable to walk. I never went into a shop alone. You know what, I'm going to go off on a little tangent here. This is what I do. Some people since who, not very nice people, I thought they were nice people at the time, sort of say to me, oh, poor you didn't have a normal childhood, you're not able to make friends, you're not able to be confident because you missed out on that. The things I dealt with as a teenager have been invaluable. Whilst I wish it never happened, it gave me a massive strength. I had to sit in front of a board of psychiatrists as a 14-year-old and convince them not to section me. I had to, we had legal things going on as well because of medical negligence. I had to speak with lawyers. I grew up. So the people who sort of come at me like that, really got no time for them. But to get back on track, mentally, it was tough. It broke me down. And then Once I got towards the end of that phase, so when I had been diagnosed and started treatment and was a little bit more mobile, my mum gave in to my wish and did something which was life-changing for me. She allowed me to get a dog. People say, Amy, you're in your early 20s. You didn't need her permission to get a dog. I did because I was so dependent on my parents to look after me. It had to be a family decision. So we got this little miniature poodle called Tiger. Gorgeous little black little ball of fluff. He was pretty ill when he was a puppy. I saved his life, and could probably be in a whole nother vlog, and he saved mine, because that dog changed my life. That dog gave me my life back, gave me my life. I couldn't leave the house alone. I had no confidence. The psychological side of all the trauma of my illness and all that experience was I hadn't left the house alone. I think I maybe developed a type of agoraphobia. I had no confidence of being outside by myself, but with Tiger, I did. It was like a catch-22 because I needed to exercise to build my muscles up. I had really bad muscle wastage because not being active, but I had no confidence to go out and do that. But Tiger, I would hold his lead, his little fluff ball, and we'd go for a walk and we'd go to the end of the drive, 10 steps, and then we'd come back and build it up bit by bit from there. So we go a little bit further and walk for 5 minutes and walk for 10 minutes. And then when you've got a dog, people start talking to you, and that gave me confidence to start conversations with people. So I'd get to the park and it'd just be me and him, and then someone else would be there with the dog and we'd be chatting, and I'd be like, for them it was nothing. They probably thought nothing of it, forgot about me as soon as they walked past. But for me, I'd been out and spoken to someone, and it was just, like amazing. Yeah, he changed my life. And after him, a year after him, we got another little dog, little Yorkie poo called Kiri, and then we got a border collie called Echo. And those dogs are just like, they are my children. They are amazing. They've saved my life. I ended up, let's take it back. When I was ill at home, in my late teens, early 20s, I thought I need to do something to keep my brain busy. So I looked at the Open University and I thought, I'll do law, I can do that from home. So I studied law from home. I got a first class honours. It was a miracle that I did that. I was so ill during the exams, but I'm proud. I achieved that. I set out to achieve a goal and I smashed it. Like, I'm gonna give myself that credit. I smashed it. But I didn't want to do law as a career, because by the time it came to potentially going into looking sort of jobs as a solicitor or taking the route to be a barrister, I had spent so many years stuck indoors. I wanted to be out, I wanted freedom, I wanted movement. So I ended up starting a dog training school. 10 years old, my dog training school is now. If you want to sort of check that out, then there's links on my social media to my dog school pages. But yeah, so I started a dog training school and it went very, very well. I've won 2 awards with it. I won Training and Coaching Business of the Year, and then the following year we won Solo Business of the Year. It's a good school, it's got a good reputation, it's a great business, but it's not all I do, and I'm going to come to it in a minute. I'm going to sort of bring it all together and it's going to make sense, but this is sort of my journey. So I've got the dog training school, I've got my dogs. What else do we need to say? Travel. So once in 2016 I had a breakthrough year. I think they come every few years, you know, the year that shakes you up, and I feel like 2020 for a lot of people, I'm doing this in lockdown, is one of those years. So 2016 was one of those years. I've actually done a whole vlog on it. It's my first vlog. It's called Just Say Yes, My First Vlog. So if you look on my YouTube, if you're interested in what happened then have a look. But yeah, I started traveling a lot more by myself. I wanted to see the world. I really wanted to see the world. And being in my 30s, and a lot of my friends are not at the stage where they're able to just like, let's go traveling. And I thought, you know what? I am not going to waste any more of my life. I'm not going to waste another second. If I want something, I'm going to go and do it by myself if need be. Yeah, I've travelled all over Europe. I've travelled over America, Australia, New Zealand. There's so many places I still want to see. For me, traveling gives me something, it's like it epitomizes everything that I missed out on. So it's my independence, it's the chance to go out and explore, to be active, to see things, to not take life for granted, to push myself. I've been known to do some crazy things. I believe so much in just say yes, that is my motto, just say yes. I'm going to go after the life I want, and if you don't like it, don't do it again, but if you don't try it, you never know. That's sort of like my background with my health, and then the dogs and how they changed my life, and then how the journey along the way of just going and grabbing life. And that's a lot of that's basically my social media. That's what I do, just all the little random adventures and motivational things. But the one thing I am massively passionate about is helping other people make the most of their life. You have one life. I could preach about this. I could talk about this till cows come home. You have one life. Your time is so precious. You need to just go out and grab your life. And mindset is everything. Mindset will get you out of the deepest, darkest moments of your life. It will pull you through. I know it. I'm proof that it will. But for me, mindset is not just about, oh, let's be positive, let's be smiley, let's like think of quotes and let's post quotes and let's say positive things. No, it's deeper than that. That plays a part, but in order to have a strong mindset, think of it like layers. You need to build all the different layers, because when you are in those really tough times and you're tested, if you've done it so that you've got a strong, well-constructed mindset and self-belief system, that if everything else is sort of falling down around you, that stays strong no matter what. That's bulletproof, that's bomb-proof, that's going to get you through. So I do have that. In fact, it was tested yesterday. I've had some pretty crap times in the last few weeks, besides lockdown. But yeah, some personal stuff going on, stuff with my dogs, got me really upset and worried. Last night I was walking the dogs and I was crying. We're all allowed to cry. But even in that moment when I felt so broken and hopeless, I just had this knowledge, this inner knowledge that I am strong, I am resilient, and I can get through and will get through anything life throws at me. And when you know that, and when I say know that, I mean it's in there, and if someone hacked it with an axe, it still wouldn't go. When you really know that, it's powerful. Nothing can hold you back. So I'm passionate about giving people the tools, the motivation, the inspiration to build that, because it's not something that's easy to do, but it's something that I think everyone can do if they know how to do it. Before lockdown happened, I took an active step to the next stage in my life, and that's something that will help me help other people. And I took my qualifications, and I'm now a qualified neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, hypnotherapy practitioner, and timeline therapy. I will be starting coaching, and you'll see on my social media more. I'm going to give away lots of tips and tricks that will help you using NLP skills. So it can help everyone in every area of their life, from relationships, family, business, how to read body language, how to tell if someone's lying to you, how to build rapport with someone quickly, how to get what you want out of life using skills that you already have, but you just need to know how to utilize them. Where to next? Well, where to next? You need to just go and follow me on Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and come with me on this journey as I continue to just try and sort of live my best life, help other people live their happiest, best version of themselves, and let me give you the tools and the motivation to change your life, because I am passionate about this. Just say yes, hit the subscribe button, and all the details are below.